Welcome to the third season of the Olympus Anywhere Classroom, Episode 3. Today, Olympus visionary Larry Price is going to show us some tips and tricks on capturing frame-worthy portraits of your family.
Hey, thanks, Becky. Well, the light is really nice here on the beach. It's just glinting, giving us a little nice backlight, and I got some really nice portraits. I tend to get acquainted and have a lot of patience with the subjects. Certainly they have to have a lot of patience with me. I've taken so many photographs. They want to work with you. So what I try to do is shoot a lot of frames, and eventually they sort of forget you there. They want to go about their business. My job is to recognize that little special moment and capture it. I'm using the Olympus 12-40 2.8. The thing about this lens is it's so many different focal lengths. This is really my go-to lens. I mean, I can cover everything from a really wide view all the way up to a little moderate telephoto that I can use for close facial portraits. Right now, I'm just trying to capture great expression in all four faces, and believe me, that's easier said than done. I mean, people move and expressions are fleeting, so I'm shooting a lot of frames, but there'll be some great ones in there. Well, there's a couple of simple things that you can do to actually turn ordinary images, into art. But, think about composition. It rarely works to put your subject exactly in the center of the frame. Just do something simple like move them off, toward the edge of the frame a little bit. Just play around with your composition. This light is actually pretty contrasty. But what you want to look for is you want to look for, detail in the shadows. You want to be able to capture and keep in the final print detail in the highlights. And this sensor will do that. The trick is not to shoot in, extremes of backlight, full frontal light. So I'm always looking for light that will, give me really nice definition and profiling. I could spend all day trying to light this with artificial light. But, there's one natural light source, so just use it. That's the single most important thing. One of the things that's really critical, and I see people get tripped up on over and over, are backgrounds. Try to simplify and unclutter your backgrounds. You don't want sticks and trees cluttering up a beautiful composition. You don't want limbs coming out of people's heads. Those things just don't work. So always look around, try to find plain, simple backgrounds that are relevant to the image. One technique I use, and especially like around the beach or picnics, just find a simple little reflector. It could be anything, a piece of card. This is just a dinner plate, a plastic dinner plate. But the beauty of this is that it'll reflect light, into those shadow areas when the light changes suddenly. What I'm going to do now is switch to a slight telephoto lens. This is actually a very fast lens. It's got a really wide maximum aperture, but what that does, not only does that let in a lot of light, which is helpful in low light situations, it also controls the look of the image. It will give you this really beautiful kind of smooth palette in the background, and it'll give you a really, really sharp focus on your subjects. It's a really nice technique to use, just to make ordinary pictures really pop. So those are some tips you can use when you take your family to the beach or anywhere. So go out there and have some fun.
About what you can do with the Olympus OMD series, visit getolympus.com/anywhere classroom.